was a gloomy evening, and the sky was dark with heavy clouds that signaled an impending storm. The rain had just begun, tapping softly against the windshield of Jack's truck. He was driving along a lonely road, his headlights cutting through the thick mist that had settled in the air. The radio hummed softly, and Jack, feeling the hunger gnawing at his stomach, reached for the burger he'd picked up earlier. With one hand on the steering wheel and the other clutching the burger, Jack took a big bite, savoring the warm, juicy taste. As the rain began to pour harder, his focus was split between the road and the meal in his hand, his mind wandering off to the long day he had just endured. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, Jack saw something, a shadow darting across the road. He slammed on the brakes, but it was too late. The truck skidded on the wet pavement, the tires screeching as they struggled for grip. There was a sickening thud as the truck hit something solid. Heart pounding, Jack quickly pulled over to the side of the road. The rain was now pouring down in torrents, and he could barely see through the windshield. He felt his stomach drop as he realized what might have happened. Hastily shoving the burger aside, he jumped out of the truck, the rain instantly soaking through his clothes. He ran to the front of the truck, his breath catching in his throat when he saw her. A woman lying motionless on the wet asphalt. Her clothes were drenched, her hair matted to her face. Jack's heart raced as he knelt beside her, checking for signs of life. Her eyes were closed, her skin pale, and she wasn't moving. God, no. What have I done? Jack whispered, panic gripping him. He was about to stand up, his mind racing with thoughts of finding help, calling an ambulance, anything to fix this horrible mistake. But just as he turned to go back to the truck, he heard a sound that made his blood run cold. A low, guttural groan. Slowly, Jack turned around, his eyes widening in terror as the woman began to move. Her limbs twitched unnaturally, and then, with a jerky motion, she sat up. Her eyes snapped open,